Alrighty, and welcome to another episode of the Primer Podcast. My name is William.
And this is Davis.
And we are on what freeway?
This is the 57 freeway, hitting Diamond Bar.
Nice. It's, I don't know, probably 80 degrees already?
Oh yeah, easy.
Yeah, supposed to get up to 95 this afternoon. But we're on our way over to Pomona to check out some drag racing.
The NMCA West Coast Shootout should be pretty cool. I'm looking forward to it. Seeing some 10-second cars, some nostalgia cars, and hopefully they'll have a burnout contest. Maybe they'll do wheel stands. I don't know.
Yeah, this is the first time this event's been out here?
Yes, for Southern California, yes. The next race I think will be in Bakersfield, and then I think they have one in Phoenix. November? I don't remember. So,
but it's all muscle car stuff? I really didn't look at the website.
No, not all total muscle car. They have some dragsters out here, supercharged cars. Not real sure exactly how many classes or time indexes and stuff like that, but there should be a good variety of some good racing out here. It's slightly different than NHRA, even though we're going to an NHRA-owned track out here in Pomona. So,
is it a quarter or eighth?
That's quarter mile.
Ooh, I like that. I mean, eight miles are cool.
8 miles is pretty cool. I mean, some people go quick in 8 mile, man.
Oh yeah, but I like seeing what top end.
Oh yeah, wind it all out.
Yeah, an extra eighth of a mile. Get a little faster at the end.
A little pickup.
Yeah. But 8 miles definitely worth seeing, especially if it's a place like what was it, the
Irwindale?
Yeah, the moon.
That's right.
The moon one.
The Moon show in Irwindale.
Where they just kept it moving. Boom,
yeah.
boom.
Oh,
8 mile. Boom. Go. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to this. When we were leaving, I noticed a rear end in the back of the Ranchero.
That's right, man. I got myself a new rear end a new used rear end for the Mustang.
Was that an 8-inch?
And it's a 7 1/4.
Okay.
So that's easy to find. Just go anywhere and you can find one of those. In my case, I got to go to Colton because having issues with the rear end of the Mustang, and nobody makes a 7 1/4 inch.
Like rebuild kit?
Rebuild kit, yeah. I had a problem with the differential. Basically, the pinion and the ring, not so happy. I was getting slop. Now it's been, and combine that with brake issues, it becomes a whole new animal. But 6 cylinders suck, man. They are the redheaded stepchild of Ford. But you go cruising around looking for something as simple as a OE style steel wheel for a 4-lug. It's like next to impossible because everybody's been throwing them away. And that's, you have variations of those too, because there's 13-inch and 14-inch. And with the Mustang 67, it's like 99% of the cars that I see are V8. So you'd be sporting a 5-lug and an 8-inch rear end.
And like a 289.
And a 289, right. So in my case with the 200, that makes the mix even more difficult because I've had problems finding a front wheel hub. Last year, nobody makes that. They have them for 64 to 66, but different size for the 67 and later. And I'm not sure if that really converts over for a Maverick, but even that is, again, kind of hard to find.
Yeah, well, it's 67, it'd still be, wouldn't be a Maverick, it'd be a Comet. Yeah?
I think the Maverick came out in 69, right? 69 or 70?
Yeah, so...
But they still have...
Apples and oranges.
Yeah.
Or same thing.
But I had to try to find a differential, and nobody does it. And I was just,
Did you call it like Curry?
I went on their website, but everything's 8-inch. I mean, I started with the Napa and the whole bit, nothing. Mustang, even the Mustang aftermarket parts houses, all 8-inch, man, 8-inch and 9-inch. But 6-cylinder, forget it, man. So I went to Craigslist and found a guy in Colton who had a complete rear end 6-cylinder for a '67 Mustang for $80.
Sweet.
I mean, complete with brake drums, hardware, backing plates, axles, everything. And
Is it in good condition? I mean,
it turns out I got that car back. So this was during the week. I dropped off the Mustang on a Monday night, and I got the good news on Tuesday, and booked out and got the rear end on Wednesday. But I mean, I was like, what am I gonna do? So I just jumped. Let's see what Craigslist has, and within 5 minutes, I found this listing for this guy who's got this 6-cylinder rear end for $80, and it's like, well, I guess I'm calling him right now.
exactly.
And because I figured you're gonna sit around for another day making calls to places. It's like, well, I'm gonna be overnighting this part if I can find it, and no guarantees of anything, of course, because it's a used part. So I got going out and got this rear end, and cool guy. The same story though. He was saying how difficult it was to find 6-cylinder parts. Him and his buddy bought a Mustang. They had a 6, and they're trying to put it together and make a project out of it, sell it, and had a heck of a time. And he was spending $50 for a steel wheel, each. And it's just, I said, yeah, people just throw them away. And so what they did was they found a wrecked Mustang that had a V8, and they did the swap.
Okay.
So all roads are looking to 5-lug. But when you drive a car every other week, and on weekends, as a daily driver, I don't have a lot of choices, man.
Right, that thing needs to get fixed.
I gotta get it fixed. I gotta get a race against time and wearing down parts, but I gotta get it dialed in. I gotta use it. And I don't have the cash to go out and buy a $2,000 8-inch rear end that's completely brand spanking new. So I'm in the business of collecting 6-cylinder parts now. But what I did find out was through the Ford 6 Performance Forum that the good thing about a '67 Mustang is the front spindles are interchangeable with the V8. So it means if I find which I can find some front wheel hubs for 5-lug, I can put those directly on the spindle.
Okay. So,
but I have to, again, I have to get 5-lug drums, and I have to make sure that the backing plates are the right size for the larger size drum. So
you're just full of good times today, man.
it's just a headache, man. And it's something that I thought that was non-interchangeable years ago because I considered putting a V8 in the car, and I priced it out, and it would have cost me, $8,000. By today's standards, it'll probably cost me like $15,000. It's just stupid. So I think my goal for the next year is to gather up parts slowly and do the conversion all at once, but see if I can locate a used 8-inch rear end stock, with like a 3.0, 325 gear ratio for the back, and just drop it in and keep the 6-cylinder, because then you're getting into transmission, motor mounts, engine, linkage, drive shaft. You got to do all that stuff, and that's not something that's you basically bought a new car.
Right,
So,
and that's stuff you'd want to do to the Ranchero,
well, that's the whole.
rather than
that was the back end half of having another car. I mean, it's like you want a V8, you go get a V8. But I'm being forced to have to convert to a 5-lug, and I really don't have much choice in it anymore. I mean, Ford must have made 1 million, Falcons and Comets and early model Mustangs with a 6-cylinder, but
they're throwaway cars.
Their people are realizing that it's not quite the thing that it's so special anymore, and even with the birth of adding on to aftermarket parts, they're just overlooked.
Yeah,
So,
well, it's like he's going to soup up a 6-cylinder.
there are guys who do that,
Right, but I mean, there's not a huge demand for it. So,
but even a souped-up 6-cylinder, if you go ahead and decide to do that, say I'm going to put a triple carburetor setup and a header and a cam, or maybe convert it over, pop it up to a 2-barrel carburetor setup and a custom manifold that's based off a 250 from Australia, which is a separate kind of an animal. Most of these guys jump up to 5-lug setup, and they do a power front disc brake conversion. So there's a lot of things that you can kind of do, but the bottom line is that the 4-lug is just junk, and you're going to have a heck of a time finding what you need at no Riley. So that's where I'm at. But
are you putting this rear end in yourself, or
half the battle is going to be finding one that I can afford.
No, but the used one that you bought.
Oh well, no. I
just
took it to the mechanic because it was a situation of I'm getting this noise in the rear end, up against with some drivetrain slop, and I had to. It's like, well, we got to pop the rear end, pop the inspection plate off the rear end, and go from there. So, I've been driving this car around with making all this noise for like 6 months, and it's just a family of gremlins crawling all over my car, and it's compounded itself to where it's like I'm not happy with driving it and not feeling secure about it when I'm commuting on a freeway. So there are some things that I'm going to have to do to make sure everything's dialed in, and it makes it hard. So you're up against the clock and you're trying to get things done, but when you can't get the parts that you need, it's even more unfortunate. So that's going to be my goal for next year. Is to I'm looking at, we got to sell the 68 Ranchero, get the rear end fixed on the 67 Ranchero, get that car dialed in, and then once I find out what I need, start hauling rear ends around. If I find one in the swap meet or something, I can use the 67, go get what I need, and then do the swap, and I can do that myself.
Speaking of Rancheros,
Look at that, it's a 66. Well, don't look that.
cool color too.
Black plates, gray.
Nice.
So that's the plan, and it's just going to be a real pain for next year, man. But an 8-inch rear end that's totally ready. I mean, that's going to be a swap meet find and or a Craigslist, and I'm going to be trolling for that.
So you're saying the Mustang's going to be out of commission for that long?
Okay, the story was I got the car last night, and these guys are awesome. South Bay Auto in Long Beach. There's a guy there, Felipe, who knows his stuff, and has been a real help for this thing. So I went and I dropped off the rear end, and then we decided to take the best parts out of everything that we had and put a proper rear end together. And it turns out that the axles, my original axles were on the splines were worn, my pinion was worn, the donor car rear end. We used those axles. He took the differential, had the bearings and races replaced. He took it to the gear shop over in Paramount and got that dialed in. So the ring gear, the pinion, I mean, they're used, but they're better than what I had. And he showed me the parts. I got parts sitting at home, and so I have a smooth running rear end now. But even the guy at the gear shop said, you're doing the best you can, but eventually this is gonna go. I mean, it's for 300,000 miles. I think I did pretty good on that rear end, but it's the fact that I can't get the replacement parts is the killer, because an $80 rear end suddenly is becoming more of an issue in the price of labor. So there's a trade-off. Otherwise, it would have been done in a day.
Right, but
for $100.
Yeah, but if you can't get the parts, you can't get the parts.
Yeah, and you're screwed. And I mean, you can't even get them through aftermarket, through some magazine or online. So basically, I have an extra housing. I got my old axles, backup. I got extra parts in case something happens. But on the wish list, though, is going to be a replacement 8-inch rear end.
Fun.
And then I get to use the 5-lux steel wheels that came with my '67 Ranchero when I first got it.
Oh, okay.
But I need to get one more, because I got one for the spare. So, shuffling things around, man. It's coconut shell. Where's the...
Oh, 3-card Monty type of thing.
There you go, man. Input, output, throughput. So, learning lesson, learning curve.
All right. Well, we're basically here, so...
I got to make a phone call.
We got phone calls for some preferred parking.
Yeah. I got to figure out what gate to go to.
Yeah, I didn't know where you were going. But it did look like there was a swap meet there when we passed by.
Yeah, there was a mention of a swap meet, and I guess there's a car show.
Maybe there'll be Mustang parts.
Yeah, but I spent all my money on the rear end already.
Okay, so...
But it is good to know that stock Mustang rear end, or 8-inch or 9-inch rear end, will fit inside a Honda CR-V. Determined. And it's not that big of a deal.
All right, good to know.
60 inches end to end.
Man.
Yeah, good times.
Yeah, makes my problems seem pretty minimal. Although, I still have to do the rear brakes on the truck.
I still got to do my rear brakes, though, because I'm still getting chatter.
But I did go to O'Reilly this morning to get the hardware kit.
Did they have it?
No.
Really?
Yeah, but she said, I can get it by 9 o'clock. I'm like, I'll just come back. Took my name. I'll just get it on the way home.
Right.
So I'll try to get to that, during the week. Because last weekend I was painting.
Time goes by quick, man.
It sure does, and we've got that Ventura deadline.
That we do.
So I'll have it done, but I picked up some side work for next weekend.
There you go. A lot going on. Then that week after that's Ventura.
Yeah, so I got to go through and make sure the truck is roadworthy or freeway worthy.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a problem.
Right. So
let's check out the show, man.
Let's check out the show. We'll be back either during the show or on the way home, and wrap this up. Okay, well, early lunch, huh?
Yeah, a little
excitement on the track.
A little early break. Yeah, some guy decided to kiss a couple of walls, start a small fire, but he kept it upright.
Kept it upright, and he walked away from it.
Which is awesome. And check out those photos, so we'll have those posted up. I think William got some video of that.
Yeah, it didn't turn out so well. But Davis got the old press pass.
Yeah, we lucked out with the press pass today. It was awesome.
So most of the photos are going to be basically like right next to the cars.
Yeah, starting line. Yeah, right next to the tree. Maybe I'll get some wheel stands. Look, some guys are popping up. Pretty cool races though, man. Kind of similar to the PSCA and some of the good guys races that we used to see down over in Bakersfield. Same kind of thing. Good, cool sportsman class racing. These guys are moving too, man.
Yeah. Fastest one we saw so far was a 71 Camaro. Hit over 200.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
I was too busy screwing around with a camera.
Yeah, I noticed you're having some problems.
Some problems with the autofocus for the zoom lens.
Is that your camera or the work camera?
That's my camera. It seemed to work fine last night, but I've got some kind of issue with that. But the standard lens seems to work just fine, so that's I jumped back to that. So I got some pics using that, and I'll be sure to see if I can get some high def video out of it before we split today.
Oh, cool. But we got here. We saw some of the more what you call your typical muscle cars. They're racing.
Oh yeah.
And then some different classes. 8.5 inch tires.
Yep.
Doing the
street tire, man.
Street. Those were on the 8th mile though. So those were pretty quick.
Yeah.
And some 10-inch radial street tires.
That's right.
And that's what that 71 Camaro. That was
he did a 10-inch tire. He did a 200.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So then the Mustang madness.
Oh yeah, tons of Mustangs.
Which it's cool. I get it, kinda, but
Well, see, NMCA is also tied to the fastest street car / NMRA. It's National Mustang Racers Association. So that's
but your 5.0s and your 80s models up until the 90s and 2000 models.
Oh yeah.
So, and geez. Oh, then a couple other street classes went by. So that was.
What did that?
Really cool.
What did that Wankel, that Mazda RX?
Oh, with the
RX2, the rotary engine.
The rotary engine, man.
What did he run?
I tried to take note of it because I forgot, but
Okay.
that wasn't an automatic in there, man.
No, he was. Yeah, I got some pictures of that. Yeah, he's got the kind of a ratchet lightning rod kind of situation. I can't really remember now. It was all Heim joint linked up,
but did not miss a shift. I mean, that thing just scooted.
Definitely a different sound to it too.
Yeah. The only rotary out here too.
Probably.
Probably. Oh, speaking of, met up with a guy named Chris. You know what his position was?
Chris Vopat, he's with the NMCA.
Oh, even better. He told us that there were about 500
races out here, and that was about their limit because they won't be able to get everybody to run because the track has to close down by 5 o'clock. They have
because of the time thing.
Yeah, noise ordinances. So they have a limited time, and they want to try to squeeze in as much racing as they can, which makes sense.
Yeah. I'd like to see a few more people out here, though.
Not a lot of spectators here.
Yeah.
This is definitely sportsman racing, though. So it's kind of family oriented. I'm surprised to see some open trailers. Like the one right here.
Yeah, just sitting there.
Ram some blocks of wood.
But definitely cool. But I just wish more people were supporting stuff like this so that they make enough money to warrant having this stuff, in SoCal.
Yeah, so this was a success, and they'll come back again next year. So I'm looking out for that.
Always. Speaking of next year, what's on the calendar coming up?
Coming up, we got
all I know is Ventura and the Japanese
Classic Car Show. There's a lot going on the end of September. Coronado Speed Fest is also on September the 21st, 22nd, or 23rd. That's also the 23rd or 22nd is Saturday is also the same day as Cruising for a Cure.
but I got kid's birthday Friday, so I don't know what's going on that weekend. So you know how that goes.
Yeah, I might be down for Coronado again.
If we do that, I'm taking the wife's car, man.
Oh, yeah, that's
On a melt.
yeah, it was kind of a drive.
It's great for today, though. I love the AC, man.
Oh, absolutely. Last year the Coronado, lots of.
The base is cool. I mean, the temperature at the base is all right. It's the drive, man.
Right.
That drive will kill you.
Driving from Long Beach to
Stone.
yeah, but it's in San Diego, isn't it?
It's in San Diego, man, downtown.
Yeah, so
Coronado Island.
but
Base.
last year, tons of cool stuff.
Oh yeah.
All kinds of Datsuns and
Yeah. We saw your uncle.
and Lotuses.
Wow. Awesome. Open wheel racing out there. Speaking of your uncle, the HSR, I did the check on the website. That was probably their last big event of the year, but
The one that we missed.
but I wish he'd kind of give us some more lead time on that. But I definitely bookmarked that website for next year. I mean, they'll have a couple events coming up in the spring. I'm all down for that, man. Some cool stuff out there. Rich guys with a lot of money out racing. It's always a good time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even out here, there's a fair amount of money.
Well, yeah.
I mean, not like Coronado, but I mean, just some of these trailers.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
But stuff like this. I mean, these guys probably plan on this, months in advance, and have their campers and off and away to go. I mean, this is 3 days of racing. It's it's like a big thing.
Yeah.
A lot of time and money.
Yeah. It ain't cheap.
Not cheap.
And then when unfortunate things happen, like this guy that just hit the wall. I mean, I'm first off glad he's okay, but
that car smoked, man.
Yeah, think of the money just down the drain in just a matter of seconds.
Oh, early.
So on that happy note, let's get out of this parking lot. And,
this blows, man.
we have access to the VIP lounge back behind the
starting line.
So
we'll get cooled off.
And get some free waters or something.
Sounds good, man.
All right.
I don't know.
Okay. All right. So on our way home back from Pomona. No, I haven't been drinking. Didn't have any overpriced cheap beer. So
yeah, we packed the lunch.
And
good deal. Made use of the complimentary cold water today.
Yes, that was quite delicious.
So e-ticket.
So after that first crash,
took an hour to clean up.
Took an hour to clean up.
And they had what was that, Extreme Street or something? Pro Street?
Yeah, pretty much like 600 cubic inch.
Oh yeah,
Chevy engines.
Like pro stock, dude. Just big blocks, big slicks, low profile, doing 5 seconds, man, no problem.
What, about the third pass?
Third pass, that's right. Third or fourth pass. And then I get down there to shoot some pictures and video. Some guy decides to go hit a couple walls, man.
Yep. Well, I saw it from up in the tower, and you can just see him just weave, cross over, hit the wall, come back over.
Tip it straight up.
Yeah. And I figured that was going to be another pretty bad cleanup, but it only took a few minutes. Guys up in the tower, or in the... Ooh, there's a crash. Speaking of, someone hit the wall on the freeway there. Not, like in the VIP lounge there, they're complaining about, the bad drivers and stuff like that. It's, ruining the event and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
And then everybody's a critic, man.
last thing we were seeing was a True Street Racing. I don't know what what qualifies.
It looks like kind of like stock.
Yeah, it's
Stock class racing.
There's some quick cars out there, but I guess part of the whole thing is they run them 3 times.
Yeah,
which would have been cool if they had like a dozen cars, not like 50.
Yeah, 60 cars.
So that got a little tedious.
I kind of ran out of time on that. I would have liked to have seen some more of that. The pro stock class was a little more, a little quicker time. That would be cool.
A couple of those little Chevy Novas were scooting along pretty well.
Small cars, man, they move.
Yeah. Well, there's consistently lifting the tires up like twice, on the launch.
Yeah.
Or not twice, a good bounce.
And what did that?
Couple of darts.
Oh yeah, a couple of good darts out there. And what did that Mazda RX-7 run?
Oh, the green one we were talking about earlier?
Yeah, the green 4-door.
10-3.
10-3, rotary.
According to his wife.
Yeah.
And of course, because I just saw a Vega run, that's what I saw. Like, hey, how fast did the Vega run? Knowing it was a Mazda. So, but I think that's the only rotary out there. And he did all the work himself on that.
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
that's cool.
She was saying that she was brought up with the Mopars and the Chevys and the American muscle stuff.
Sure.
And then he comes home with this thing, and I guess it was just a basket case, and pretty much did all the work himself out in the garage.
It looked cool, man. Took out the glass, put some plexi, lightened the whole thing up, stripped out the inside of the doors, whole new drivetrain, transmission. It's cool.
So overall, good show.
I thought it was a great day at the races, man.
A little hot.
Yeah, you know what? It was okay.
There was sometimes a little breeze, but
a little bit of a breeze. It could have been 100, dude. I thank God it wasn't.
Yeah, but it is middle of August, middle of summer.
I think we did okay overall, but
yeah, something to put on the calendar. Hopefully for next year if they've got a good turnout.
I'd definitely come back for that. That's cool, man. NMCA. It's not a good show.
I love you, my drag racing. I love you, my Mopars. Not enough Ford stuff out there. I mean, other than Mustangs.
Yeah. So your 90s Mustangs, Fox body Mustangs.
Yeah, I mean, we were just saying there was that 32 coupe.
The 32 coupe with the triple deuce, small block Chevy.
Yeah.
I don't know how fast that thing went. Probably about 70 miles an hour.
Yeah, it was not quick at all.
No, not by any means.
But it had a big old Mr. Horsepower thing on the side that makes it look like it should be fast.
On the side of the door there.
You're showing off your 3 carbs and doing 70. So. Galaxy doesn't do go faster than that.
Probably would.
It would. We talked about this a couple months ago out in the garage. Remember I pulled out the slips.
That's right. Yeah.
So have you been working on anything other than trying to track down those parts?
You know what? I've been tackling the rear end tomorrow. Looks like I'm going to go pick up my rear brake hardware kit and readjust my rear brakes because it's too tight. And I'll probably leave it at that until the following weekend, 25th. Jump back on those brakes and replace that brake hardware. See if that helps with some of my problems. I don't know, I'm taking the time, I guess.
Any news on the kitchen? Nothing new?
Nothing new on the kitchen, man. I've just been running around doing stupid stuff around the house. I haven't had a chance to really crack up the saw and finish up on the base cabinet for the counter So, and basically done a lot of drawing and schematics of how to cut for the sink, but I have to go pick up a sink. That's going to be a...
Yeah, because you're doing that. It's got the metal in the front.
We're going for a farm style apron front basin sink. So basically, the face of it sticks out.
Yeah.
You know, where your face frame would be. So and they vary in size a little bit.
So you got to get the sink and build
around it.
Right.
Get the exact measurements of the sink that you have. Because you just don't cut and drop it in. You got to kind of fabricate like a base out of like 2x4s.
Like a cradle almost.
Kinda. And then it basically sits on top. And then
Come on, guys. Like a zipper.
Like a zipper, man. Can't merge. Come on, man. And basically you gotta put a cabinet together around that and work around that angle. But I also have to do some electrical for the garbage disposer and the dishwasher.
You got a bunch of doors to start planning too.
Well, yeah, the doors. I'm not really worried about doors yet, but I gotta get one of those router bits so I can rip a groove for the panel. So for the door.
Are you getting a slot cutter or a cope and stick joint thing?
Probably a cope and stick joint thing. So
do it all on the router.
Do it all on the router.
If I remember, I've got a couple router books that've got real simple router table designs.
Yeah. I was thinking about that too.
Yeah. I wouldn't use a sheet of plywood because it has a tendency to bend and warp and stuff like that. But something super straight.
Maybe a small piece of MDF or something.
Yeah. Cut a hole in it, mount it, and your cope and stick joint's going to have a bearing, so you don't need a fence.
That's good news.
Yeah, so you don't have to. I mean, the router table can be super simple, or you can get super complex with it.
Pretty super simple, man.
Yeah, for something that just runs a bearing, you just need a flat surface with a hole in it, essentially.
Next weekend, nothing?
Well, I got a side job next weekend.
And then you got to tackle some breaks, maybe?
Yeah.
So you're busy. I got plenty of stuff to do. So.
And part of this side job is some painting, but then they have a little writing desk that's built in with some little cabinet above it, or like a little bookcase. Right, but their kid is, when it was built, it was, several years ago, and it's like, she's too big for the writing desk now. So they want the writing desk out, and the whole thing to be a bookcase. So I can't start making any kind of drawings.
Oh, you know what I did? Sorry, last weekend.
Okay, well let me...
Yeah, go ahead and finish.
Can't make any drawings because it's a built-in, and I gotta match the construction of the top piece. So I gotta build a bottom unit and make it look like it's all one unit. So I just got pictures yesterday. I mean, I started getting some ideas, but I really gotta do some sketches. But I can do it. I'm not worried about it. But it's gonna be one of those challenges as far as matching construction, making it look seamless, in the end.
So that's what it's all about.
Yeah. So last weekend?
Yeah, last weekend. I've kind of got myself into a position of being a property manager now.
Oh, that's right.
So I had to install a couple ceiling fans. Of course, it's the hottest day in Long Beach to do it.
Well, that's not too hard.
It is when you're sweating and you're up against it, like close to the ceiling.
Okay.
And your hands are all sweaty, and you're holding a little half-inch machine thread screw, and you're trying to mount a canopy for a ceiling fan, onto the bracket that's mounted to the base of the box of the ceiling, and then you wire nut it, and and you got your hands are so sweaty, and you can barely hold the screwdriver.
Was that bad?
It was that bad.
Okay.
There was very little airflow going around in that house. It was just hot, dude. It sucked, dude. It was like Africa hot, man. Down in the Gulf, down in Louisiana, the bayou, installing ceiling fans. So I had to do 2 of those. I had to replace an electrical switch in the kitchen. It had one of those dimmer type switches in it, a new style. So put the fan in, turn it on, test it out, light works. Hit the fan on high speed, it just buzzes and turns like on slow speed. So
I don't think we want the 5 north.
no, we don't. I'm in the wrong friggin' lane.
And Davis pulls crosses the double yellow line.
Yeah, man, what was I doing? I'm thinking. So this basically the switch was retarding the amount of acting as like a resistor. It basically wasn't giving full juice to the fan motor, so it was just buzzing. Weird. Swap that out. Of course, I had to make one trip home. That was okay, man. But I did make very good use of the '68 Ranchero, man. Threw all the stuff in the back, the ladder, everything. Pulled up, parked the driveway. Yeah, it was perfect. I had to replace a couple of garage door springs, old school ones that would be like vertical on the sides.
Oh yeah.
Remember those as a kid? You'd pull that garage door up and then it'd bang, and then I had to replace a couple of those. That was fun. Actually, it didn't go too bad, but I could see how someone could get hurt themselves pretty good. But a little bit of leverage, got it on, and then I had to replace a window screen roller. Gets the cord in the groove and the whole bit. Best tool you can ever invest in, man.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to tell me what a pain it was. It's like I've done hundreds of those.
I picked it up. It was like, we gotta fix. Someone's gotta fix that. There's the tap. It's all half out of the frame. The screen's jacked up. The cord's all hanging there. Yeah, I had that thing 10 minutes.
Yeah, one side's concave.
Yeah.
One side's convex.
Mine's got a wood handle, man. I love that thing. $5 and won't be swapping, dude.
Awesome. One side is to
get the screen in.
Yeah, you roll it in so there's a groove for the spring. Then the other side, the spline.
Yep.
How'd you get the corners in?
I did use a screwdriver.
You know what works really well?
I'm thinking one of those little angle scraper things.
Nope. Razor blade with a handle.
Oh, really?
Obviously, retracted razor blade.
Obviously.
But just that little tip where it comes in, it just squishes right in there, and you're not actually puncturing. You're risking puncturing the.
Well, of course.
With the screwdriver.
Because 90% of the time that you're using a screwdriver for something, it's not for the intended use.
Right.
Like using a big, large one to install a garage door spring on a hook.
Oh.
Oh man.
Yeah.
It's the same kind of scenario as you trying to use a screwdriver to install one of those brake hardware springs on the pin.
Oh.
Yeah, same kind of thing.
Yeah.
I said to myself, this isn't going to work. Bang! And then it went right in. I'm like, oh, cool.
A little bit of leverage.
So I made a little bit of cash for that side job, which went right into the labor of getting my rear end put in. So take 5 steps forward and take 7 back.
That side job that I did a couple weekends ago for that shelving.
Yeah.
That's just paying for the task scan.
There you go, man.
So, I've been painting a lot.
Yeah, man, you're always painting. I should call you Everguard, dude.
But it's amazing because, like, the place I'm working on now, that nothing's really been done exterior wise, for 10, 15 years.
Right.
Repaint some front doors.
It's changed, huh? It's good, huh?
Yeah, repaint just a couple things here and there. And it just makes everything look so much better. Paint the handrails.
Clean.
It just all looks clean.
Well, you've been painting your house too.
I've been painting the house, yeah.
I'm thinking of painting my house next year.
It's been hot this week.
Summertime, dude.
So I haven't been prepping it. Well, because I knew I wasn't going to have time this weekend.
Right.
And I'm hitting the back, the sides that get the sun the most. So when I come home after painting outside all day, to then go stand in the sun and sand and patch.
Yeah, that sucks.
It just
Takes the energy right out of you, man.
Yep. But it's just amazing. Just a little bit of upkeep just makes things look so much better. And of course now I'm like, wife and I went to for a walk through Carroll Park.
Yeah.
And I'm walking around. It's like, why don't they paint that door? Why don't they fix that light? Just make everything look better. It's like, so.
Well, it's looks like a good place to park your business card.
That's true. In my spare time. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, there's always traffic here.
Yeah.
691, 605.
Dude, don't stop, man. You're killing me, man. You're killing me.
So.
Alrighty. Now we're in the carpool lane.
And that was a legal maneuver this time.
Of course.
So. Let's wrap this up.
You got it, man.
So, toss us an email at primerpodcast@gmail.com. Hit the website. Photos from drag races will be there by the time you hear this. Go ahead and hit us up on Facebook. We're on Hut Garage.
Sure.
And check out Davis's. I always say it wrong. Fotiki.
Something like that.
It's links over that on the side. Throw Junkyard Jeff some love. We haven't heard from Garrettero.
No, I gotta send an email to that guy.
See if he's coming down to Ventura.
He's coming out to Ventura. That'd be cool.
So,
Stop and say hi.
So
and give us a review on iTunes.
Yeah. It's free.
We like free. Who doesn't like free, man?
Yeah. So hopefully next week, sometime.
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
Okay. So until then, my name's William.
This is Davis.
And don't skimp on that primer. And make it kills premium primer if you're working on your house.